And we're podcasting. Oh, coming in strong with that beat.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I like it.
Oh, Smithy. I think you know what time it is.
It is.
And we're talking about the fleet.
Drinking some tasty drinks.
Walking down the street.
Whoa.
Talking about the fleet.
Whoa.
All right. We're at Hodad's Brewing today.
Yeah.
Singing in front of strangers like we love to do. And intro song is complete.
Thank you,
Beautiful.
intro song.
Welcome to the Shipyard. I am here with Brian Smithy Smith, as always.
And I'm here with Joe Van Awesome.
That's a play off my last name, in case you were wondering. So, this is the Shipyard. Of course, we are a podcast about the San Diego fleet. We have a very special episode for you today, coming to you live from Hodad's Brewing Company.
Hey, we're glad to have you guys.
That is Marlo and Josh from Hodad's Brewing. And in addition to that, we've got a very special guest here. We have wide receiver Darreus Rogers.
Hello. How you guys doing?
We are doing great. Darreus, thanks so much for making the trip down. We are extremely appreciative, kind of honored, like surprised, shocked. I'd
Honored,
say.
surprised, and shocked.
Thanks for having me out here.
Kind of like my first date.
Yes. So I think the first thing to clear up first and foremost is that we are not professionals.
Nope.
So this is going to be a bumpy ride.
Hey. It's all good. I look at you guys as professionals, so just do your job. Right?
Well, we appreciate
That. Thank you.
No problem.
So we've got kind of a fun show today. As I mentioned, you're here with Hodad's Brewing Company. We're going to do a format in rounds of beer.
Ooh.
So we're going to do round one, which is the news, and we will bring out the first round of beers. We'll talk a little bit about it, and then we will proceed through the other rounds. We'll see how many rounds we do. I don't know.
These glasses are pretty round, so I think we can do a lot.
Well, your show was good. I think it was just lacking. The only thing was beer. So it's only going to get better now.
That's true.
That's a good point.
Our show plus beer it's just
Equals better.
Equals better. Yeah. It can only go up. We know that for sure. There's nowhere to go down.
No.
Darreus, thanks so much for coming down. Of course, this is the San Diego Fleet wide receiver from USC, 6'1", 215 pounds. Is that the current stats?
I lost about 10 pounds now, so I'm 209, so I can
Nice.
be a little lighter on my feet, faster in and out of my cut. So
Nice.
Like it.
We like hearing that.
of course.
So, who are you wearing today?
I have this camo Nike SB
Looking
sweater,
good.
a Guess striped shirt, some
Nice.
jeans, and some Jordan 3s.
Awesome.
Hey,
Awesome.
that's a good setup. I have a hoodie from Destination XL, which is a clothing store for the large man.
Oh, the large man store.
Not that anybody was curious, but that's what I meant. So first, I want to talk a little bit about Hodad's Brewing. Now, we last week we put an embargo on Chargers talk, but I think
C-word.
the C-word talk. But we'll lift it briefly, I think, because I think it's going to come up. So I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about your history, how we met, real quick. It was at Meet the Fleet.
Yeah, that's right. We were all tailgating
We were all tailgating.
to meet the fleet.
And
having some beers.
we met the fleet, of course, which was a lot of fun. And then on the way out, Marlo and Josh were still tailgating, and they happened to catch a glimpse of my T-shirt.
Oh,
And
that is right.
so they shouted out, "Hey, Shipyard!" And I was like, "That's me." Where did that come from? And so walked over towards a truck, and I was with my girlfriend at the time. They offered us beers. She was very hesitant on receipt on. I'm like,
I was surprised how hesitant she was.
Taking beer from strangers in a parking lot? That's not
yeah,
weird.
I think that's just good practice.
That's a good part about tailgating is you get to share.
That's how I was
share
raised.
beer with new friends and old friends.
So you guys are new friends.
We're new friends. Yeah, we met literally at Meet the Fleet. So yeah, we didn't know each other previous to this. So.
It seems like you guys knew each other for quite a long time.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good to hear.
beards. I think
It's the beards.
It's the beers.
We have
Let's give credit to the beers.
a strong beard camaraderie amongst the group. I have to say right now, there's not a beardless face amongst us.
This is true.
But so I took the beer and it was delicious, and we got to talking and found out that you have Hodad's Brewing, which you guys brew for the legendary Hodad's Burger Place in Ocean Beach.
That is right. And we also have a location downtown San Diego where you can get our beers as well.
It
Check
is
that out.
That's even closer to my
delicious
place.
beer.
Yep,
So
10th and Broadway.
Is the food as good as the beer?
Oh, it's amazing. You will love it.
Okay.
yeah, you got to
You
try
will
out
not be
Hodad's.
disappointed.
Hodad's is a San Diego staple. Like you got
I
to
think I have the Hodad sticker.
Yep,
Yes,
we
sir.
handed them out at the fleet.
There we go.
Meet the fleet.
That's why I'm out here. I'm out here for the burger.
So how did a football suddenly leaving affect you guys, and how has the return of football kind of affected you guys?
That's more like, personal note. We all grew up being Charter fans, and we were, C word. Sorry, I already got tossed again. Here we go.
Sorry.
But we're pumped to have football back in San Diego, be able to tailgate again, and see a team hopefully bring back a championship to San Diego.
Nice.
It's kind of a community thing,
It is.
like we met you guys
Already bringing us back
tailgating,
together. Yeah.
going to watch the Fleet, right? So it's exciting
Walking down the street.
to meet friends, and with that old team gone, there's a void, and it's exciting that that's being filled now.
Yeah, man. You see what football does? It brings people together.
That's it.
right
It does.
there.
100%. It really does, man. And that's what Smith and I were so excited about. And the name was cool. The colors are cool. We're the team that they're putting together, I'm excited about. Dave Buller's doing a crazy good job.
Yep.
It's cool seeing kind of local guys getting hyped up to the Daquan Hampton and Darreus Rogers video that the Fleet just posted
Which was
yesterday.
fantastic.
And the AAF posted a couple weeks ago. That got us excited. And it's building the community. Super exciting.
Yeah.
So Darreus, we are on round 1, which is sampling of the first beer and the news.
So what we have here and lined up in front of you guys right now is our Boss Brew Kölsch, German style pale ale. Easy drinking, good color.
Nice golden color here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
That is
nice.
smooth.
That is smooth. Oh, cheers. Oh, we got to get a little cheers going. Cheers. Man, that is a tasty. That is tasty. I like that.
Yeah, this is my type. It's my
It's
type right
perfect
here.
for a hot San Diego day, right?
A hot San Diego day for sure.
Very, very refreshing.
Out on the sidelines, waiting to go in. Give me one of those.
Yeah.
All right, so we're drinking this cold brew, and there's not a lot of news because Smith, our last show was just 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Two days ago. But there has been a little bit of news.
48 hours.
So the Fleet contacted us, and they are looking for restaurants and bars to basically come on as Fleet backers.
Yes.
One way or another. So they're actively searching, and they want to gather the most enthusiastic of the group. And if you happen to be listening to this show, then please reach out to us via the contact section on our website.
And also, too, don't be hesitant if your bar is already a backer of an NFL team.
Yeah.
Because as we know, the AAF starts after the Super Bowl. So there's not going to be any conflict.
Excellent point. We especially want those NFL backers because as we've talked about, San Diego is a transplant town.
It is.
Everybody here is from somewhere else. Almost everybody. So, and that's been a little bit of a knock on our professional sports, but
Which I think is...
this is a brand new one. This is a brand new.
knock.
It doesn't matter if you're a Bills fan. Doesn't matter if you're a Redskins fan. You can be a Fleet fan. So if you have a bar and you're backing any of those teams, please get in contact with us at www.theshipyardsd.com. Wait, I said that wrong.
We did.
No. It's theshipyardsd.com, not the
Different
shipyard.
site. That's a completely different site.
Depending on how you read it.
Don't worry, this is only round 1. There's more.
Contact us at theshipyardsd.com and get a hold of us.
Wait,
It's theshipyardsd.com. Get a hold of us. Let us know. I'll put you in contact with the right person. We want to get the Fleet and all the local restaurants and get everybody excited.
And the bars.
In the bars.
Especially if you're Patriots fans. Those are bars.
Sorry to interrupt, but I know this is a first round sample, so is it okay if I kill it?
Oh, yeah.
Please drink the whole thing.
Nuts.
Yes.
I like the enthusiasm.
I might have to drink this one off.
Now, the second round, and the news is going to be a short section, and the reason for that is we want to get to the next round of beers mostly. But the second bit of news, Smith, you want to take this one. The AAF released their announcing teams.
And so did CBS.
And the CBS.
So it looks like they're going to have a quote-unquote marquee announcing team. That's going to consist of Ben Holden, Adam Archuleta, and John Schifrin, who's going to be the sideline reporter.
All right.
They haven't announced yet what games that team will be, but I'm assuming it's probably the game of the week type of thing. However, for the Fleet Commanders game coming up on February 9th,
Yes.
we're going to have Spiro. Okay, I'm going to butcher this guy's last name. Deeds or Dedes.
Okay.
Trent
I like
Green.
Dedes. Trent Green. That one's cool.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
nice.
Tiki Barber.
Tiki Barber.
So,
Oh, nice. That's a good group right there.
That's a good team there.
That's a good broadcasting group right there. And of course, it's going to be a Fleet win. They're just going to be talking about the Fleet going nuts all over.
We'll do score predictions later. But
Score predictions. Yeah.
Yes.
I think you guys should put up a poll and see how many Fleet fans are traveling for that game.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I want to.
I do too.
I'm getting so excited. I want to go so bad.
Get some Battleship Gray in that stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be pretty crazy if we showed up and,
Yes.
made a little showing,
noise.
little road showing for the first game of the season.
We might need to make that happen.
I think so.
And then, to round out the broadcasting crews.
Yes.
And they're going to be on the Apollo's Legends game. And this is Andrew Catalan and Gary Danielson in the booth with Melanie Collins on the sideline.
All right.
So that's
Those
good.
are people.
Yeah. So that's good to see that we got this stuff finalized, because I know there were some questions a few weeks ago about, hey, what's going on, that type of thing. But now we know.
Yeah. It's exciting. Every little bit of news is exciting. Just one step closer until not kickoff, Actually, I wanted to get you the how do you feel about the no kickoff thing?
I mean, it takes a little bit away from the football, but I do understand it, so
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting. I saw while we're on it, this is actually some news that the XFL is taking a slightly different approach, where they're doing almost like a what's that game where you like
Musical chairs.
wrong game. It's like where you
This XFL you're speaking of.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to worry about them. They're going to be this, but they're doing like that game where you all join hands and then the other people try and run through it.
Red Rover.
Red Rover.
yeah.
So it's kind of like a Red Rover approach.
So
I
they
actually
should really
kinda-
be doing musical chairs.
Yeah, musical chairs. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I'm really interested to see how that's going to play out. I kind of agree. I will miss it a little bit.
Vince McMahon.
It's just
But I
got
mean,
that build up to the first kickoff.
Yeah, but having kickoff is basically like opportunity also, and I feel like it's kind of taking off some opportunities for some players to, NFL looks at special teams a lot. So
Yeah.
Because there can be some exciting plays that happen on a kickoff.
Oh, yeah,
For sure. And I think a lot of the, kind of the first spots that might become available to especially guys who are trying to get back to the NFL
Would
is
be
on those
special
special
teams.
teams. So,
yeah.
but the punt's still going to be there, the punt return and things like that. So we'll see. And one of my hopes for the AAF is that they'll learn and adapt, not just be stuck in their way. So if this comes back, feedback are like, actually we kind of would like to see a kickoff or some variant of it, then hopefully they'll be adaptable and adopt it.
I'm pretty sure the league will grow.
Yeah.
First year, you got to see some things out.
There's definitely going to be some hiccups, I think, this first year, which
Yeah.
is okay. I kind of expect that. So I'm not going to grade as harshly as I would.
And in our conversations with the team, they've actually told us that they're like, hey, year one, we're going to figure some stuff out and make some adjustments. And so that's good to hear.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but either way, super exciting. I think that'll conclude the news. We're going to move on to round two. So Marlo, what do you got for us?
Well, actually, Josh is going to go ahead and introduce this one.
All right, Josh, tell us about this round two beer.
What we have here is a German style Hefeweizen. This is a wheat beer. It's kind of a yeast forward beer, low bitterness, nice cloudiness to it. Nice banana and clove notes.
No.
It's
Very
delicious.
nice.
Nice.
All right,
nice
let's
and
try it.
refreshing.
Cheers, guys. Round two.
Cheers to round two.
All right, let's have a taste. Ooh, that's tasty.
Oh, yeah.
I do taste the banana in that.
It's pretty light.
Yeah.
I like this one.
That's
A
nice.
little ice cream in there. And
This one probably creep up on you.
It just depends on how
Yeah.
you have.
That's a unique flavor. I haven't quite ever tasted a beer quite like this one.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a banana beer before.
Wow.
I've had bananas and I've had beer.
Yeah. Not the banana beer, but it is good. I like it. Good job, Hodad.
Lovely.
And these are available only at Hodad's, right?
Oh, we have both of our restaurant locations and Petco Park edition.
Oh, nice.
Shoot,
So
okay.
come springtime when baseball, I was going to say kicks off, but when the season begins, we'll have 6 locations. We'll be
Nice.
at Craft Alley and then 5 other Hodad's
sweet.
locations. So
Awesome.
Come drink some beer.
Maybe we can get a campaign to get you guys over into the SDCCU stadium during the Fleet games too.
Jack Qual Murphy's Diego Stadium.
Yeah, I believe the technical name it is Jack Murph.com CCU.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone through a lot of name changes.
Dad, if you're listening to this, Hodad is the spot for you.
Like that.
Yeah. All right, so Darreus, round two is getting to know Darreus Rogers. I've got a hardball for you right off the bat.
Okay.
I am in the third place game in my fantasy football league. And I lost my quarterback, Carson Wentz. So I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
right now. Who should I start? Josh Johnson or your quarterback from USC, Sam Darnold? Those are the two available to me.
Take some time. Think about this.
No pressure. No pressure.
No pressure.
There's no wrong answer.
Man,
But don't mess it.
my mom always told me to stay away from strangers, and Josh Johnson, I haven't met him, so he's a stranger, I guess. So I'm gonna have to go with my close friend Sam Darnold.
That's fair.
All right.
Yeah.
If I would have met Josh, probably would have been Josh.
Yeah, well, we'll
Fight
see.
on.
I mean, I hope he does. I hope he does great.
Yes.
I mean, I would love to see him come back and play for the Fleet, but he's playing so well that we might not be seeing him, and good for him.
Man,
It's okay. You know what? Because
bittersweet moment.
Bittersweet, exactly.
you're happy, but you're
Yeah.
you're kind of bummed that he's not going to be there. But you get it.
Get it?
I mean, Berkovici is good.
Oh, yeah,
He can
amazing.
sling it.
He can sling it. We'll
we-
get to this in the
I'm
minicamp
sorry.
section. We'll get to this in the
sorry.
minicamp section. I'm going off track. So right now, Darreus, you grew up in Compton. Our first guest was Daquan Hampton. He was also grew up in Compton. You guys played together at USC. I was just curious, you guys go back a long way, or?
Oh yeah, man, we go back a long way. Daquan Hampton was my guy growing up. He was always just like a class clown, just always joking, talking smack, and all that type of stuff.
Oh, so you went to the same high school?
No, we didn't. He
Okay.
went to a high school in my city.
Oh, okay.
I knew
Okay.
that.
You guys play against each other in that?
Yeah, we play against
Nice.
each other sometimes, passing leagues.
nice.
Hang out on the weekend. But we got to USC. We got even closer. He's like my brother now.
Nice.
Make sure he's doing good. Make sure I'm good, and I wouldn't have a better roommate than him out here to keep me focused. And
Are you guys a roommate in minicamp?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
sweet.
He probably don't know it, or nobody else knows it, but I do. He's gonna be my roommate.
All right, awesome, man. So tell me about how, what was the recruiting like, when you finally signed with USC? What was that, going to a major program, and then your time there?
The recruiting process was stressful. I
Yeah.
can say I had nothing to do with it. My first time, I didn't know what to do. Got a couple of scholarships. Moms told me to, take some trips. So I took a trip to Arizona State. I took a trip to USC. Those are only two. And I just came down to education. Wish I had the better education after football. I can't play football all my life, so I chose SC. Was able to stay home, so never was I feeling stressed out or anything. I
Nice.
would feel good. So
Nice.
Yeah.
What did you major?
communication, sports broadcasting. So
Oh, hey,
Here we go.
football gets done. I might want to come down here and get a little job.
Maybe at the end of the show, you can give us all some pointers.
Yeah, we definitely need
Yeah,
it.
we
That's
are.
So after USC, you got picked up by the Seahawks. Of course, Pete Carroll on the practice squad there, undrafted. But
Wait. I don't think Pete Carroll was on the practice squad.
No.
No.
He was the head coach. For
sure, no.
those of you new to football,
Yeah.
Thank you. Smithy's always there, the local
The
pedantic.
guardian of pedantry.
So how was it? What was your experience like at the Seahawks? How would you kind of work on your game there, and what's it like with the team on the practice? I'm just curious in general if you can talk a little bit about that.
Oh yeah, man. Seattle, first of all, is a great city. It's beautiful, great people, great food. I mean, I just love everything about it. As far as football wise, man, it felt like home. Having someone like Pete Carroll there, living it, the SC way. But unfortunately, came up short. They had a great group of guys playing receiver, a lot of veteran guys coming back. So it didn't work out. But he told me, someone else will pick me up. I'm a great player and just keep doing what I'm doing. But yeah, man, I met a group of great guys and great teammates, man.
Nice.
Wouldn't have no regrets there.
Nice.
And then from there, you went on to play with the Bears for a little while. Was that the same season or different?
Same season. It was probably about November.
Nice.
I got picked back up. Very cold. It was my first time playing football, in the East Coast weather. So it was, it was a little different. It took some time to get used to it. I got released, but hey, I enjoyed every moment of it.
It's
Have fun out there.
Yeah, it's about getting that experience.
Oh yeah, man. Of course.
Playing at the next level and
should never be hard on yourself, man.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason. God made this opportunity for me to come play in this Alliance League, San Diego, close to home. I mean, couldn't ask for anything better, than this opportunity.
well, that's good to hear. I know we're super excited, definitely, to have you here in San Diego. I think we first got our kind of taste of you and Daquan from the video that the AAF put out.
Yeah.
How did they I mean, what was the signing process like, and how did they kind of reach out to you to put that video together? And what's that been like?
Well, DeQuan Hampton and a couple of guys back home had told me about it, so I wasn't so sure about the alliance. I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. I might be done with the football, focus on my degree. And then my agent calls and tells me about it, give me a little more inside scoop about it. And I'm like, yo, this sounds like a great opportunity for me to go play. So I signed it. They told me I didn't have to do, no tryout or anything like that. Just come to mini camp. And yeah, from there, man, it's just been awesome. I'm back smiling. I'm happy to be playing ball, competing. Instead of watching it on the couch wishing I was out there, now I have a chance to go back and do it, and also get back to playing in the NFL. So if everything goes as planned and goes as well, man, big things can happen for me.
Well,
from what I've seen on that in his highlight reels,
Darnold for Rodgers, who rips it away. Darreus Rodgers, the strength of Rodgers brings it in for USC.
The strength of Rodgers. I like that clip. Yeah. So, but we're watching your highlight reels, and the thing that stood out to us, I mean, honestly, I can't even say I've seen a highlight reel with this many repetitive. You go up in traffic and you get that ball.
Yeah.
I mean, is that God-given, or do you train specifically for that? How I've never seen anyone catch a ball in traffic and just rip it away from other guys like you in that highlight reel. We'll put the link in the show notes.
I'm just fearless, man. Once that ball in the air, that's the only thing that's on my mind. I could, you're going to get hit regardless, so you might as well catch the ball. So once that ball is thrown my way, I have a, mindset is mine's every time. He's throwing it to me, not the DB. DB can't see it. I mean, that ball is just mine. I want to marry the ball. So
it's mine's every time.
Yes.
I like
mine's every time.
We need to make a shirt.
Yeah,
it's mine.
It's mine's
every time.
And that's going on the banner.
Yes. A little bit of basketball helped, back in my childhood days, with ball judgment and body control and being able to have strong hands. The strong hands, I'm not sure where that came from. I do nothing for it. I just catch the ball and have a great feel for it. Eye and hand coordination, I can probably say is something that I work on, not just specifically my hands. Is the eyes and the hands are a pair. So once you get those two on the same page, I mean, catch anything. Catch a cold in the summer.
What I was really impressed with was just like several times you took the ball away from the DB. That right there is
it's like he's like, I got it. I'm so happy right now.
Sorry, this is my ball. But actually what you kind of reminded me of, and this is going back to the C word, I apologize, but another San Diego receiver staple of Wes Chandler, who scrappy guy. Like, he was fearless. He didn't care if he was in traffic. He didn't care if he cut across the middle and he knew he was going to get it laid out. He went for it.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit of what it reminded me of.
Oh, yeah, man. That's what you have to do for your team. It's more than just myself out there. If the ball's coming my way, I want to make that play for the team. And, when they turn the film back on, they say, this guy makes this play every time. So that comes with trust. That just comes with anything, man.
Is there one NFL player that you specifically studied more than any other, kind of model your game after? Or?
Oh, yeah. I like Larry Fitz. Larry Fitz is
that's a good one.
Huge Larry.
Is not the fastest, not the most athletic, but you can walk off the field and say he's a wide receiver.
Exactly.
Yeah. So on that subject, one of the you look through the scouting reports, and I'm sure those have got to be tough to kind of read sometimes. But the knock on you, if, for lack of a better word, would be that your 40 time numbers are just a little bit slower than what people are looking for in the NFL. And how frustrating is that to just know that someone's looking at a number and then your name might get dropped off the list, without going looking past that and seeing like kind of crazy hands you have.
Oh man, being a competitive, is very frustrating. But a guy like me, man, doesn't let anything like that, bring me down. If that's what they're looking for and I don't have, well, hey, I got to go back and go work on that. But I mean, the 40 is kind of overrated. It's hype. I don't know that one person or one receiver on the field that runs just 40 yards as fast as they can. You have to be under control.
Run the routes.
Exactly. So, if that's what the league looking for, then that's what I need to work on if I'm trying to get there. So, no complaints. every game has their rules that you have to follow, and hey, that's how I feel about the 40 yards. So I just got to do what I have to do.
We've definitely seen that it can be improved on, and one thing's for certain, you're definitely faster than I am.
I don't know.
Smithy, are you suggesting something?
Do we need to go outside and
I would like to.
handle this?
If there's one thing I'm known for, it's my blazing speed.
That is true. I mean, they didn't call you Zippy Van Awesome for nothing.
So, Darreus, if you're up for it,
yeah.
we just want to set the record straight right now.
We want to prove.
We want to prove your speed.
Yeah.
Are you willing to a foot race with Smithy and I in the parking lot
Go get
between
your
rounds
shoes
2
ready.
and 3?
I would actually love to jump in on this.
And Marlo, all right, we're gonna get everyone in, and I think you're gonna see just how much faster Darreus Rogers is than a
I'm
bunch
now
of.
collecting all wagers. The books are open.
I think I might be able to take this one.
Guys, we're gonna post this, of course, on the various social medias. So check it out. This concludes round 2. We're gonna go race in the parking lot and come back out of breath. I mean, Darreus will be fine, but I'm gonna be wheezing. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. All right, and we are back, guys. That was
I'm gassed.
fun and sad and all of these things all together.
That was amazing.
I am winded, which is a little on the pathetic side of things.
Yep. It's like I'm in Denver right now.
I feel like I almost had it. I was right there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
moment.
trying to call out Darreus or anything, but I kind of feel like you jumped the gun on that one. I mean, no excuses.
That's all part of the 40.
Fearless. He's fearless.
Part of the 40.
He's been practicing. That's true. He got it on the very first sound of go. Yeah. And we all had to process it. But yeah, no.
I was still thinking about whether this said go or not.
Yeah. So it is concluded. Darreus is the fastest amongst us. Congratulations, man.
On
Thank
the
you.
underdog.
Thank you. That's the first. That's the first.
Yeah.
Being the fastest.
I think I pulled a hammy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm impressed. It's nothing more impressive than beating a bunch of middle-aged white guys at a 40-yard dash. But
After a few beers, no less.
after a few beers, yeah.
I thought it would help. I was wrong.
All right, we are on to round 3. Marlo, what beer are we sampling for round 3?
All right, so up next we have our local IPA coming in at 70 IBUs, so it's a little more bitter. It's going to have some citrus fruity notes from the hops, and it's coming in at 7% ABV. So
all right.
this is the strongest
Nice.
offering we
A
have
little
right
kick.
now.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers.
Well, to be honest, I think I had this one when I first walked in. So this one is probably my favorite.
Ooh, that's delicious.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a good IPA. San Diego's known for their IPAs. That is a tasty one. Yep. Delicious. All right, round 3 is all about the mini camp. So, Darreus, we have a theory about Mike Martz.
Okay.
We call him Uncle Mike.
And why is that? Why is that?
So we have this theory because Mike Martz looks exactly like our buddy that we work with for a long time. And he is potentially one of the nicest guys you've ever met in your entire life. He's like an uncle that would show up to Christmas with a crispy envelope full of fresh crisp fives to hand out to all the kids.
Oh yeah, that's favorite. That's favorite Unc right there.
Yeah, favorite Unc, right? Exactly. So he shows up, he hands out the fives. So we came up with this whole, Mike Martz persona based on the fact that he looks like our buddy, and we are assuming that if you do a good job, he hands you out a crispy 5 spot bonus, so to speak.
Yes.
And we've kind of run with it. So
Yeah.
first off, your impressions of Mike Martz. Is he Uncle Mike? Did he give you out any crisp 5s?
Unfortunately, not. He handed out no crisp fives.
It's like heart crushing right there.
Yeah, man. I wish, man. He handed out crisp fives every day, man. Being just that better of a day.
Man, you guys grew up nice. $5 bills. I got the crisp $2 bill.
The Chris 2s. Well, yeah, the Chris 2s came along too.
yeah.
That's but the Chris
Chris too,
2s.
I feel like you don't spend.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hold on to that.
Yeah.
You
Stays in that
sentimental
drawer.
value.
My Gam would always mail me, a $2 bill Christmas.
Yeah.
And it was like, sweet. It's not $19.50 anymore, but I'll go buy some Skittles or something.
So how was it playing for Mike? Was what was the experience like? Just kind of your interactions with Mike.
Oh man, being around Mike, he's one of those guys that focus on the small details, and that's a part of my game that I'm really focused on right now. So once I seen that, I was just excited and like, man, this is my type of football. So
Nice.
Mike Martz, man, I can't wait, just to do a lot of great things.
Well, I agree. That's kind of what hooked me, Smith. I don't know about you, but when they announced all this going on and they announced that Mike Martz was going to be the guy at the helm, I was like, okay, this isn't just
This is serious.
This is real football going to happen right now, and this is something I want to go see.
Exactly.
So,
well, couple that with the fact I don't know if you've heard or not, but he's going to employ Air Coryell V2 version number 2.
Oh no, I have no idea about that.
So Air Coryell is basically the legendary Charger offense.
Okay.
But it's I don't know.
It's before the Span-I days.
Yeah, sure. But it's going to be a high-powered, multi-personnel, like high-flying offense, and so at least from what we've heard.
Okay.
I mean, that's what he said on the radio that we listened to. But what about how much time did you spend with Mike versus like Oz Akeem? How was working with Oz?
Oh, Oz, man, is an amazing coach, former player, man, played in big games, and having a coach like that, that's been in there and been in those situations, makes it a lot easier for us players to really listen and lock in to hear what he has to say. And he's one of those guys where he'll tell us one thing and, is able to give us a visual image of the drill, the play, or something like that. And then I think that's very important as a receiver because there's so many things you need to know. And him being able to come out there and do it, the drills with us shows us, all right, yeah, man, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Nice.
So I appreciate that from him.
So what was it like from the get-go? This is a brand new team. Everyone on the squad is basically a freshman. It's not like college or even high school where you come in and there's some culture there and there's some people are set in their ways and there's established roles. What was it like showing up to camp and what was that experience like?
Oh, man, I just told myself, man, this time coming around camp, I'm going to come in being myself. I didn't come in, wasn't stressing over position or depth chart, man. I was coming in to make new friends and to get to know my teammates. I feel like that was the most important part for me is coming in, knowing these guys and helping them out because we all here for a reason. We all trying to get to the same spot. So I feel like that was my main goal there, coming into mini camp. I wasn't worried about football. Football, we do that on the daily. And meeting new guys and new friends and making sure they're okay, having a good time, that was more of my concern.
Awesome.
Building that team dynamic.
Yeah.
I can imagine a lot of guys coming in. No one really, I mean, you and Daquan know each other, but everyone else coming from all over the place and no one's been there.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
In those 4 days, I've been there, our core receivers, man, we're close. I've made sure everybody felt like important, we don't want no one left out. So I just felt like, we got that. They'll be able to play fast and have fun with it.
Well, speaking of that, what has been your favorite part of mini camp so far?
My favorite part of mini camp, just being able to showcase your talents to the coaches that, they've been waiting to see and you've been waiting to show them. So being able to catch the ball, compete, and just being around that environment where you have meetings, you wake up tired and feel like doing something. That's what I missed about the game.
I mean, when we got to meet the fleet, I think that you guys had a double day that day.
Oh yeah, we had a double day that day. That's when I really felt it, man. So we love you guys for.
Yeah, we showed up and everyone, you could see it. I mean, they were. We appreciate it because everyone was pulling through and it seemed like there was enthusiasm to meet everybody, but it also looked like you guys had just been worked.
Oh, man, it was tired, man. It's been a while since those guys had 2 practices like that. That formatted, but we got through it.
So besides yourself, of course, who really made an impact? Who stood out to you in minicamp as a big time name we should be keeping an eye on?
I would say the 3 quarterbacks. Those guys, how they carry themselves, man. I could just see them all of them running this team. And as far as receiver wise, man, anybody could go. Yeah. So there's nobody that stood out to me. Most importantly, I mean, they're all great guys, great talented, and they all here just to be the best. So, but I like the quarterbacks, man. Nice.
So the quarterbacks, of course, Mike Bercovici, Alex Ross, and Phil Nelson.
Yep.
Alex Ross, I have to say, best beard game of the 3.
Oh, man. Beard game is crazy.
I mean, all 3 of them got a good beard, but Alex in particular, that beard.
It showed up.
If all I'm going on is the ability to grow an amazing beard, you gotta give Alex a shot at hitting that number 1 spot.
Oh, yeah. The guy has the beard look.
Yeah.
I've been asking for it, man. How you do it? I guess it's a secret.
Yeah. Probably He's probably a member of the beardclub.com.
Ooh, if he's not, he should be.
He should be.
should be.
Our beloved sponsor, thebeardclub.com. Who would mention if they were not our beloved sponsor? But so coming into January, you guys are all heading out to San Antonio for a multi-team camp experience. You're going to be working with other teams and our team. When does that get started, and what have you heard from the team about that?
I know we check in at camp January 4th. That's all I know so far, not knowing the schedule or anything like that. I didn't know other teams were going to be out there also. Is that some?
Yeah, all the teams. I don't know if they're going to be working direct. I think you guys will get your own spots.
Okay.
But from what I've heard, it's it's all happening in San Antonio, and all the teams are training out there. Okay. Hopefully next year, the training camps will happen in the respective cities.
Yeah.
Or if they're going to continue doing the Una camp, then maybe they'll all come to San Diego. Weather's the best down here. So.
Well, I'm kind of looking forward to it because our first game is out there, and I feel like it's important for us to get a feel of that environment instead of just walking right to it on game day. So I think that's going to be beneficial for our team right there.
Oh, that is a good point. That takes a little bit of the San Antonio advantage out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Check out the river walk.
A lot of people don't understand, man. The home and away is a big difference. You know? If you got a bunch of Cali guys going down in San Antonio, Texas, playing in the cold for the first time,
Gonna be chilly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
So are you're out there straight until game one?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I have no idea on that, but hey, if we are, it is what it is. I'm ready to go.
All right, sounds good. With that, I think we will go on to round 4.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Let's finish up this IPA.
Let's finish up round 3 beers.
Sure.
Go. And we are back with round 4. Josh, what are we drinking here?
So for round 4, we have our throwback brown. This is an American brown ale. It's got nice roasty, chocolatey caramel notes to it. Just a nice bitterness to help kind of balance out the malt profile of the beer, and it's delicious.
It is delicious.
5.5%.
This is what you guys had.
Pretty easy going. It's nice on these cooler San Diego winter days.
Yeah.
When it gets down to 60
It is
degrees.
fitness season.
All the way
right
down
now.
to like, what is it, 68
I
today?
think it's 71, and they got
to
my,
wear
my
longer
fleet
shorts.
starter jacket on. So.
Still sweating from that 40-yard dash we did, but cheers, guys. But, sorry.
I'm surprised it took till round 4 to spill some beer.
Yeah. That is tasty. All right. So round 4, we are going to jump into the Facebook round, Facebook questions. Every week we have people ask questions on Facebook and we answer them. Do our best to answer them. So first up from James Matthews, he asks, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Darius?
Never seen it.
That's going to, wow.
That's
I'm
your
not a
homework
movie
for the
person.
flight.
Oh, not a movie person.
I'm sorry.
All right, that's all right.
That's fair.
So I believe that it is, although Bruce Willis himself would tell you that it's not. He would tell you that it is a Bruce Willis movie.
I did, however, see a sponsored ad for Die Hard yesterday, and it said the caption underneath was "the greatest Christmas story ever told."
Ah,
So the Die Hard, whoever's promoting it, is admitting it's a Christmas movie, whether or not Bruce Willis wants to say that it is.
it's a
I have
source
no
of
issue
truth.
with that.
Die Hard will be the first thing I do when I get back home. Is watch
it's
it.
worth
Nice.
it.
We get into the Christmas
There's
spirit.
action.
Okay.
There's, yes.
Is it
Yeah.
an action movie?
Oh
It is.
yeah,
It's
oh
an
yeah,
action
yeah.
Christmas
It's a
movie.
classic. It's a
Okay, for
classic.
sure.
We need to bring Die Hard to the next generation. We forget sometimes. Darius, how old are you?
I'm 25.
25. So just a young buck. I can understand how Die Hard maybe slipped past your radar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it came out, 87-ish, 88? Right
Yeah,
around there?
it's an old one, but it's a classic. It's definitely worth watching.
Okay.
Speaking of Christmas, it is tomorrow's Christmas Eve.
No.
No?
not.
It's not?
It's not.
I mean, you
today?
can celebrate.
Oh, no,
tomorrow.
Monday. Yeah. I was thinking
This
in
is
terms
the
of
magic of drinking beer.
Yeah.
He was using
Tomorrow is Christmas Eve.
he was using a metric calendar.
I was speaking in the terms I'm releasing the show tomorrow.
Well.
And then tomorrow would actually be Christmas Eve. So
Oh.
yeah.
Way off.
Stop ganging up on me. It's my show.
Mom.
So Darius, what do you have any plans for Christmas? What do you got going on?
Oh yeah, man. So I have step parents and I have my regular parents. So I have Christmas all day. So I have like 3 different Christmases.
Nice.
Man. My grandma, my mom's side, my dad's side. So hey, Christmas is always a great holiday for me, man.
Nice.
I go to my mom's and I go to my dad's and I go to my grandma's. So I was getting gifts all through the day.
Is there like a traditional feast that you guys have?
Yes, my mom, she throws a Christmas breakfast every year.
Ooh,
So
I love
breakfast is my
breakfast.
Do you have another couple of chairs?
Oh yeah, man.
Are you opposed to us inviting ourselves
Oh
out?
yeah, man. Come on down. I came on down. Y'all come on down, man. Get a good hot plate.
All right. So the follow-up question that James asks is if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, he now wants us to assign what characters from Die Hard would each team in the AAF be?
Oh, I got this.
So Smith's all over this. I think even I don't know enough about the entire franchise to answer this question, but Smithy, I think I'm just going to let you take this one away.
Well, I'm hoping Fleet is a superhero.
Oh yeah, for sure.
John McClane,
down.
has to
Best
be the
character
Fleet.
out.
John
right?
McClane,
John
is
McClane,
the
okay.
Fleet without question.
I'm watching it now.
doubt.
I'm gonna go watch it.
Yes.
He's gonna hold you to it.
Without a doubt, shoeless Joe McClane. But also to follow that up, the mastermind, the terrorist mastermind leading the organization, Hans Gruber, without a doubt, is the Commandorks.
The Commandorks, for sure.
Man, darks. I'm catching on. I'm catching on.
You're catching on.
I hear
So
a little shade.
I tried to bait Daquan into talking a little smack on week 1 against the
Yeah.
Commanders, and he expertly skated the question.
He did. I'm actually surprised.
I mean,
I'm actually surprised.
he threw out the competitive nature of it,
Okay.
but he didn't take any specific digs
Oh, man,
at people
see.
because he wants to keep
See, I'm
it.
here to have fun with it, man.
But we've since had the president of the AAF on Jeff Gardner, and he did not hold
the
back.
president of the
Oh yeah, yeah.
Of the Fleet. Yeah,
I seen that interview right there.
Yeah, yeah.
I loved it though.
He didn't hold back.
He didn't hold back. So
my-
by all means,
Yeah, that's my
If you-
type of energy
if
right
you've
there.
got some- if you've got something to say to the Commandorks,
I think he
now
said
you now have a platform.
Hey, I'm just saying. I mean, I can agree.
All right, Smith. So character breakdown.
Character breakdown. So now we have Holly Gennaro, which is actually John McClane's estranged wife. However, given everything that happened with this, terrorist group taking over her office Christmas party, she didn't crack under pressure. So I'm assigning the iron to her.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. I like it.
Yes, and then and our favorite news reporter Richard Thornburg, who was extremely irritating. I give that to the Apollos as I fumble over to that.
The Apollos, do they annoy you?
Yeah, mostly because of their uniforms.
Ah.
Yeah, I still don't get that logo.
Is that the Apollo's the ones that have the wings?
Yeah,
No, that's
they're
the
shooting
bow and arrow?
bow and arrow guy.
Yes,
Yeah. I do like the matte blue helmet, I gotta
the
say.
colors are good.
Yeah, the colors are nice.
But we were thinking it should be more towards like the NASA space program.
Like the moon landing, they could have done a rocket.
Oh yeah,
so they
see
go
that
back.
would have been pretty.
That would've been
nice.
pretty cool.
Pretty dope right there.
Yeah.
So I'm the only one that haven't seen the movie here.
Yeah, I think so. So this is definitely interesting for D-Raj.
Well, it's a great movie if, like, say you're doing something like a mini camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, something to
San
watch
Antonio.
Antonio.
Yeah.
So,
Oh no, I'm gonna watch it as soon as I get home.
and then now we have the reliable Sergeant Powell, who we all know is Carl Winslow.
Carl
Family
Winslow from
Matters,
Family Matters.
Okay, I know that.
who also coincidentally plays a cop in this movie.
All right.
I'm assigning him the Stallions because he's the one that called in the cavalry.
Ah,
So he's
All right.
he was the one screaming on the
Very well thought out.
I like it. This is very nice answers.
he may be my favorite character in that movie.
He was
Yeah, he's a good
I'm
one.
still sticking with the Fleet as far as the AAF.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And his wife loves Twinkies.
So how are
But she's
you,
pregnant.
breaking them down and choosing them? You going based off their logo or?
Kind of
Partially, but that is part of it. Part of it is the logo, kind of also the name.
The names,
you may
okay.
take into play too. And
Okay.
then trying to pair it up with those characters
Got
in
you.
the movie. Now the next one, the Memphis Express. I'm assigning Theo.
Yeah.
And he was the guy. He was their like the terrorist computer hacker type guy. And the reason why I assigned that to him was because he was the one responsible for delivering the goods. And
Okay.
as we all know, the Memphis Express,
Yeah.
they
deliver things.
deliver things
overnight if you want.
for
With express package.
yes for a fee.
Very, very nice. Now, I did a mock-up of some uniforms. Actually, the first way we got in contact is I did a mock-up of the fleet
Yep.
uniform, and I used Darreus and Daquan as the samples in the mock-up. But I did one for the Express, and it was just shipping labels as numbers, and like, and it was pretty funny. So like, yeah, we just had some fun with that name. But
And then second to last, the Arizona Hotshots.
Who?
I
that's
train
kinda
with
funny.
I train with a guy that plays for them right now.
Oh, yeah?
His name is Randall Goforth.
oh, go forth, Randall.
Yep.
I like it.
You know, I talk a little smack to them. So
Yeah. What is he, a DB or is he?
yeah, he's
yeah.
a safety.
even better.
Oh,
DB,
okay.
So, you know, it's
I'm
always
looking forward to that.
competitive.
Looking
But that's my
forward
guy, though. My guy.
Well, I suggest him not watching your highlight reel.
Yeah.
Or he just won't suit up.
Yeah, you just stay home.
I've been playing with him
Or the
since we
race
were
at the
like,
brewery. You don't want. You
Yeah.
should probably not watch that either. The wheels.
And then second to last, as mentioned, the Hot Shots. I assigned that to the two FBI agents, Johnson and Johnson. And the reason why, because they were just cocky and they ended up going down in flames in a helicopter.
okay.
Oh,
And then to round it out, the Legends, I'm assigning that to the irritating Police Chief Dwayne Robinson, who was Officer Sergeant Powell's kind of boss. He was definitely in the chain of command, but again, mostly because he was irritating and attributing that to the ugly uniforms.
Yeah.
yeah. We're not fans of the Legends uniforms. The Legends purple and gold.
It's just plain.
Not happening for us.
Yeah.
Not happening for
Sometimes
us on that one.
simplicity is good, but in this case, it just didn't work out.
See, like in the Irons case, and then this is controversial. Some people hate the Irons uniforms.
Right.
I actually love them.
I do too.
Yeah, this just. I
They
mean,
minimize the bevel.
the absence of the Birmingham beveled B, which is their logo, that not being on the uniforms was a genius move
Really
by
helped.
the designers. So. Yeah, so that was it. There you go, James Matthews.
You're welcome, James.
We did cover the Commanders, right? We signed them to Hans Gruber.
Yes. Without a doubt.
Okay. Yeah. No, I just wanted to reiterate that fact. All right. So moving on. Our guy O'Brien McQuaid, Obi McHugh, as I like to call
Obi
him.
McHugh, not related to Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. He asked D-Raj, is it D-Raj or Drog?
D-Raj. A lot
All
of
right,
people
D-
think it's drag. I'm not sure if I should put a little,
Little hyphen there.
hyphen or
Yeah.
period. D-Raj, but hey.
I like it.
I went with Drog just because I love the movie Clockwork Orange. But I know you're not.
That was a
movie
character. You
guy.
probably not a movie guy, but that
Not a movie
is a
guy,
character.
not a
But either way, he says, D-Raj, what do you project your stats will be?
Record breaking, if you ask me.
That's what we like to hear.
Hey,
what I like.
Now's your chance to set some records, right?
Yes.
I don't have specific numbers, but yeah, record breaking and number one on top of everything. I mean, that's the way you think. You should think about anything. Especially yourself, man. So yeah, hopefully I'll just have a breakout year.
Nice.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Setting records.
1,000 yards in 10 games. Let's see it.
I don't even think that's enough.
Yeah. Ooh, I like it. All right. So during minicamp, putting you on the spot, which QB did you enjoy catching from the most?
Mike, Phillip, I mean, hey, all of them. I can't really tell you because every time I went up there, I feel like each pass was just the same. And that's when I knew we had three great quarterbacks. And if I go line up and I didn't know who to throw me the ball after. So,
Nice.
Consistency.
if I was the
hear
coach,
that.
man, it's,
It's
that's
going to
one
be
of
a
those
tough decision to.
very tough. I'm not even over exaggerating to, get by for the question. But all three guys, man, could go.
Oh, that's good
I'm
to
starting
hear.
to feel sorry for the opposing teams.
All three. And then,
I mean, all three. And then you got Josh Johnson in that mix who might be coming back.
that's what I'm saying, man. So,
The score currently is 10-9. The Redskins are beating
If we can
the
play,
Titans.
yeah. If we can play 4 quarterbacks, man, I'll have them all out there.
It's actually an interesting question as far as like showcasing and the kind of nature of this league and the Air Coryell. I mean, usually that doesn't extend to the quarterback position, but I would imagine they're going to look to get some guys some experience one way or another and maybe run multiple sets of different QBs. I don't know. I'd love to see it.
Keep them guessing.
Keep them guessing.
Keep them guessing,
Yeah.
man. That's the best way. But I mean, Mark has the answers, man. So anything he do, you never question. You just know it's right.
Yeah. All right. So the next question also comes from O'Brien McQuaid. So out of all the DBs on the team, and there are a lot of DBs on that roster currently, I think there was 12 last check.
Yeah.
During camp, was there one guy that stood out to you as the one that you think can actually cover you?
No.
Okay.
No DB can cover me.
No DB. not
Even if he says he's there, he's not there.
I think it was mines every time.
Mine's every
It's
time.
Mine's every time.
Mine's
man.
every time.
That's it.
Yeah, man. I just feel like, if it's a question about me, I'm taking me 1,000% percentage every time, man. So, hey.
Well, hey, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. I mean, okay, so let me rephrase the question then. Of all the DBs on the team, who do you think will be the shutdown against week 1 opponent Commanders?
Okay. So I'm not good, with names. I didn't really get to talk to the DBs, but I know a guy named, I think his name Greg. He came from Washington. He played for a couple of teams, and another guy from San Diego State.
Cam Kelly.
Cam Kelly.
That guy's awesome.
I like his size, and I like his style and his swag. He came out there. I'm like, okay, yeah, this guy looks like a guy that could go.
If there's one DB highlight reel listener, the single listener that you should go check out, it's Cam Kelly's. I agree with that assessment. That guy is a freaking monster. He's vicious out on the field.
I checked out his highlight, man.
Yeah.
The guy could go, man. So happily have someone like that on the opposite side to get me prepared for these games and get me better. So shout out to him for that.
Go Aztecs.
Go Aztecs. He's a local guy from San Diego State. But
And add on top of that, Eric Allen's the DB coach.
Eric Allen, you got one of the best DB coaches.
Oh yeah, the last day I guess the receivers and the DBs were kind of messing around like, hey man, get away from us, and he got competitive, Coach Oz and him. But hey, it's all fun and games. At the end of the day, we're family, man. This is Fleet.
Yeah. Fleet. Go Boats.
Go Boats.
Go Boats. Go Boats. Go Boats. Go Boats. Sorry, we get it. Sometimes we spin out. Firepower. That was
Just
pretty
to note
good too.
that D-Raj conspicuously held out of that chant.
Oh, he did.
I said go boat.
Yeah, go
said
Boats,
go
man.
Boat.
I was really into the moment. I missed it.
I
apologize, sir.
I even put it
I think
on
the
my
chant just need a little
Instagram.
more
He did. He did
firepower.
put the Instagram stuff.
Oh.
Hey, I'm all
I
go
apologize.
boat.
My
Yeah.
fault.
All go boat, man.
Now,
the
so
beer.
we will. While we're on the topic of hashtag Go Boats, which is near and dear to our heart.
Yes.
I have to say, it did not win the official hashtag of the San Diego Fleet.
What did win it?
It's not important. I don't even know.
What? We need to call Jeff.
It was a very close race between Anchor Down and
Anchors down is just not good.
It's a mouthful.
It doesn't
it's a
make
mouthful.
sense.
Yeah, anchors up.
Yeah,
Anchors
Anchor's
going
up.
places.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a defensive call.
Anchor's
Anchor
down. Yeah, for D would make sense.
Anchor
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
And then the other one was all hands on deck, which between the two, I like that one. I mean, I could
Pretty
see
sure I saw join the crew somewhere.
Join the Crew was the one they were using, but it wasn't like it wasn't part of the options. It was those three: Go Boats, Anchors Down, and all hands on deck. And then there was other like write your own.
So which one won?
Apparently, none of us know.
It was a very close race between. I could look it up real quick. It was a very close race between Anchors Down and all hands on deck. But I think that'll be more of like a pregame thing.
Okay.
I'm guaranteeing you, Go Boats is going to be the chant at the games.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's just-
because
it's way
it's
too
What
much.
about
Yeah.
boat up?
No, that one's
Is that too close to home?
that's too close to home. That one's too close to come. Yeah.
But let me clarify something because
Yeah.
there seems to be some controversy with the Go Boats.
Yeah.
Whereas
We are
some,
ships.
some people are taking
Yeah.
a little too literally.
Too literally. The
Thinking too
Navy,
deep, huh?
the Navy will say that a fleet is not made up
However-
of boats; they're made up of ships.
However, in Navy parlance, a boat is usually in reference to a submarine.
Part of the fleet.
Yes, which is part of the fleet. So I think it
Exactly.
fits.
Yeah, I think it fits. And come on, everyone. Don't take everything so literal.
Yes.
It's just fun.
And plus, I know that because my dad's retired Navy and he was on submarines for years.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so go boats, everybody.
Yeah, you do it.
I think that has brought us to the end of this here episode.
Oh,
I know. Yeah, I think
We've only had 4 beers.
Yeah, well, I just want to thank you guys again for coming out, and we got to do this again sometime and have a few more beers.
For sure.
100%. This was a lot of fun. I want to thank Hodad's Brewing Company and Darreus Rogers for coming down. You guys, man, I mean, local business, star receiver, loud exit music. Go boats. Go boats. We, of course, thank you for tuning in and listening. Come check out our website, of course, theshipyardsd.com, which is now a thing. No, it's theshipyardsd.com.
There we go.
Find us on Twitter. Find us on Instagram. Find us on YouTube now.
Oh, the YouTube.
The YouTubes, yes, indeed. Whoa. So we'll be putting out a lot of fun stuff around this episode. We'll be putting out that sprint for you guys to check out. We're going to do one more cheers.
One more cheers.
One more cheers.
Appreciate you guys. Cheers. Yeah. Come check out Hodad's. Go Fleet. We, of course, are brought to you by thebeardclub.com. It is Christmas season. Go on, get yourself the gift of a better beard. Go to thebeardclub.com.
Stuck those stockings full of stuff for your beard.
We are the Shipyard Podcast. You are looking at the boys at the yard. We've got honorary boys at the yard today. Our milkshakes are better than the Commanders. Smithy?
The Commanders don't even know what a milkshake is. You're damn right they are.
I love it, man. I love it.
All right, that'll conclude it. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
And we are done podcasting. Woo.